Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to
Idle Talk.
We're back. I'm here with
Back and better than ever.
the man, the myth, the legend.
Hello.
Fabrian is a local hero today. We're going to jump right into the top story of the day. Fabrian
Breaking news.
and I met up today to go to work out. Because as we always do, pre-Idle Talk, we gym, we eat some food, we come back, dilly-dally, and then we record a little bit, right? But today, Fabrian did something very unexpected. And it was, we were going into this LA Fitness, and there was a machine that I have never seen in any commercial gym like that before.
Yeah, me neither.
And it was the lat pullover machine, which just doing this hurts my arm already. But for the audio listeners, it's like you reach over and behind your head pretty much, and then you
They're like
bring
skull crushers, or what are they called?
kind of, but you're seated.
Yeah.
And you bring it all the way down to like the middle of your chest, but the bar that you're bringing down never touches you. It's just in front of your chest, like a dinosaur arm length. Yeah, right. And I was like, damn, that lady's on it. I was like, damn, let's look for something else to do while we wait for this lady. But then, correct me if I'm wrong, Fabrian. Right? I think I'm gonna pitch the story off to you, and then you tell us what you saw and what you did in response to that. Go, Fabrian.
Go first.
Yeah.
So we were walking around, and we saw the machine that we wanted to use. And you were like, oh, but the lady's on it.
Yeah,
and I was
yeah,
like, all right, whatever, let's find something else to do. And then while we were like walking past her, she
yeah.
looked me dead in the eyes, like with the most like fear I've ever seen someone ever have. And she said, help. She's like, help me.
And
I had mad shit in my hands. I was like, yeah, I got you. And I started putting everything down and stuff.
But he put it down gently. He was like, he set down his water bottle, and then you had your phone and your AirPods.
Yeah.
Like, you put all that down gently. That's a key component. He was like, I'm gonna help you, but I don't want to break my stuff. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, why would I want to break my stuff? What the fuck?
So Fabrian is a hero.
Saved that lady's
You
life.
saved her. You did. She legitimately.
Low key, it
needed
was
to be
actually
saved.
heavy. It was actually whatever she was doing.
She was
I don't
doing
know what the fuck she was doing, but she got stuck midway through the workout. Like she was afraid to let it go because it would like probably snap her like joints, and she wasn't strong enough to pull it all the way down. So she was just stuck in the middle like this.
I feel like she was doing this, like
she got
like
stuck,
old lady
like, here.
reps.
And she was just looking at me like, help.
And I was like, in my head, I'm like, just let it go. Let that shit slam. It's not your
She could have just let it go and slammed it, but it would have made mad noise. It would have been a whole thing.
You went there to save her.
I mean, I didn't. I just walked past her.
You went to save her, bro. I thought I was hating from the side. I'm like, yo, he's like not being antisocial. He's like going up and asking how many reps she's got left.
Did not do that.
And that's not the case.
No.
My brother here saved her life.
Usually.
And
if I speak
selflessly.
To you, you're special because I don't really like people.
Yeah. And she just looked at you and you sprung into action.
I mean, sprung is crazy. Like you said, I put everything down gently.
But you saved her, man.
I did, yeah.
I
saved her for breaking
Spider-Man.
Breaking a joint, probably, or like spraining a joint.
The funny part is, Fabrian, not that situation was funny, but now reflecting on it afterwards, I have so many questions.
How long was she sitting there?
Yeah, how long? Because she was there when we were benching.
Yeah. And we thought she was using the machine because, like, whatever, we'll go back to it.
Because I noticed it.
And she never moved, bro. She was stuck here.
She's got
every time I looked over, that's where she was. And I just thought she was mid-rep every time I looked.
She's got some core strength.
So she probably was sitting there stuck waiting for anyone to come by for her to help, ask for help.
Like, like, you had just gotten to your max, right? And then you were like, man, I think I'm gonna go down. So I'm like, all right, let me get to a reasonable max for myself. And then, like, from there, I saw that machine. I'm like, yo, there's a lat pullover machine.
And she was on it.
And then we were like, all right, if not, we can go to this chest press. But the chest press kept getting taken up, and we didn't get to it till like maybe like the end of the workout. But I had noticed that lady on the lat pullover machine
for a while.
And I still had like 3 or 4 sets to go.
Yeah.
And so, however much long that time frame was, she was
stuck there. Yeah.
So
she was stuck there for like 5-10 minutes,
bro. My initial question is, how did she get it like off? Because like you start all the way behind your neck, and she had it like
she
in
probably
front of her
used, like,
head.
her whole body's momentum to get it.
And
you know
then
what I'm saying?
and then the body momentum
and then
stopped.
couldn't get it. Yeah. Then it was either I let go and make a loud ass noise, hold it, or try to rep it, and she couldn't do any other three.
That's ego, lady. That's ego. You should have just.
She should have dropped the weight.
Facts.
Yeah, she should have dropped the weight. I don't know why her weight was so
girl,
high.
this is LA Fitness. They charge you $30 a month. It's okay to break some shit.
True. The weights are kind of.
They probably got like 10,000 members, all trying to use that
was
shit
a big
at the same
LA.
time.
That was a really big
LA.
LA.
So I think
had a whole like tennis court inside.
Yeah. In the morning, you were like, "Yo, I don't want to go. That shit's kind of far." But look, see, God works in mysterious ways.
It was the
God
better LA,
put you there.
It was the
to
better
save
LA
that
sure.
lady's life.
No, I think someone else would have done it. I think someone
No,
would have ran
bro.
eventually.
My favorite trend on
The only
TikTok.
reason we caught it is because we wanted the machine. If anyone else wanted it,
But how many people just would have? We were gonna move on. It's just that we were walking. We were looking for a trash can. She's like, "Yo, where's the trash?" And I'm walking in that direction just to see what the other machines are, but also looking for a trash can. If we didn't go that direction, Shorty would have been stuck
for a bit more.
right now.
Until a
whatever
trainer or somebody came out.
But my thing is, my favorite trend on TikTok is people in the gym like failing something, like they're squatting and they're going to re-rack it, and then one of the things fall down.
Yeah.
So it's like uneven, and
they fall over the machine.
No. So like the hooks that hold the bar,
Yeah.
one of them will fall off, right? And the caption's always like, just proof that nobody's staring at you in the gym, because it'll be like 2 minutes of struggling until they finally, somebody finally realizes that they're struggling, and then they go in to help them.
That's kind of scary though. Yeah, that's why I don't
saying.
do too much dangerous shit, because I'm like, God forbid nobody catch me like actually dying.
What I'm saying, bro. Nobody was gonna go save her. They were like, damn, she
probably would have broken like a shoulder or something.
She's getting money on the lap pullover. But man, that was crazy. I was like,
good gym though.
That was nice.
Very big, very spacious.
A lot of amenities.
It was a lot of people
and people.
Yeah, a lot of it. It had a pool, like 3 tennis thingies, a whole like floor of cardio.
Pilates studio.
Did it have a basketball court?
No, I didn't see.
Most LAs have one, right?
I think they probably repurposed the where the cable machines are. I think that was some kind of court.
Oh yeah, there was like a cable room.
Its own separate room, and then they had all the pin loaded machines, and then they had the barbell area.
Yeah, they also had the Zumba class area.
Yeah, the class studio area. Yeah.
What was it? Pilates
at the Pilates
room.
So if you want to go to Clifton Park, LA Fitness.
Just Clifton. No park.
Everything fucking ends with a park here, bro.
Jersey is just Clifton, yeah.
Oh. I could have swear there's something else.
There's a bunch of parks though, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
That's not
it's
not uncommon.
It isn't now.
It's not uncommon to assume everything is called or ends with park. So yeah, we went to work out. What we did bench,
chest. So just chest and a little bit of
arms.
lats. Yeah.
Yeah, we did arms. We did the 3 sets of biceps. You were like, pain. But they were pumped though.
I think as the day went on, I got more and more tired.
Bro.
In the beginning, I was like, yeah, this is nice.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah.
It feels good to be back in it.
And then
I got tired.
You remembered. As soon as you sat on your bed, you're like, fuck, I'm tired.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah.
And then you had to do your XP boost to kind of chill out and get back to where.
Play a game of Rivals.
You did, yeah. Marvel Rivals. Before we get into that. Bro, RIP TikTok, if you're listening to this.
You're right. Today's the last day of TikTok.
If you're listening to this, TikTok will be gone.
Take a screenshot of them streaks. Save whatever videos you had that were drafts because they're going to get deleted.
Yeah, yes, sir.
If you have some in your saved folder that you think you'll never find again, like a recipe or like a hack or some shit.
Yeah, you remember the intention of favorites where you were like, oh, I'm going to save this for later. I'm going to come back to it. And now you got mad bullshit in there. Good luck. Good luck trying to go through all of that. I have to go through
all of it tonight before...
Damn.
Save a few videos that I think like are worthy of actually keeping.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. How that shit was more iconic than Vine.
It is. I think so.
I agree with that.
I've lived through both eras.
Yeah.
Unc Fabian over here has lived through both eras of Vine and
MySpace,
TikTok,
AOL.
And that's crazy. I've been alive for both of them to be made and discontinued.
That's
wild. Yeah.
You know what?
But I think TikTok is better.
Yeah. You
know what? I think the longer videos, the double speed.
Oh yeah, you be ODing on the double speed. That should be like 4x speed, and you be like,
I watch everything like that. Yeah, everything. I watch everything. I'm double speed.
What I'm thinking is that maybe your brain processes it that fast.
It does, yeah.
That's crazy.
That's why when I have conversation with people,
You'd be
I interrupt.
You'd be like, because you already anticipated
what they're gonna say. My brain is like 3 steps ahead for no reason, and it bothers me.
You could be like a super genius. And
Definitely not. No, my brain is
bro.
accustomed to like dumb shit. It's like let's be really good at like dumb shit. Yeah,
let's be really good at fucking
Marvel Rivals.
Which we haven't talked about video games.
We haven't talked about video games.
Really, like ever here on this.
Sometimes.
On this podcast.
What we reading, what we watching, what we playing.
Yeah. But we really just talk about what we watching or
reading.
I've never heard anybody talk about a book on this podcast. I think I tried that.
You have.
I've tried on a mini one time.
You talked about a book.
You know what? Because in 2022, my New Year's resolution was to read, and so I was like, what if I just read and then talked about it on the minis, like what I read that day, and then I just got tired of reading.
Reading is tiring. I called audiobooks. I've been reading a lot of not reading.
No, they're not reading. That doesn't count.
It counts.
That does not
count.
That does not count.
Bro, in the comments, somebody make a poll. Bro. I'm telling you, audiobooks count, bro. Just because it's like you're like laying in bed and Poppy's reading you a bedtime story, you know?
Exactly, because I wasn't smart enough to read it.
Each character got their own voice. It's so sick, bro.
Oh, some of them are like really.
They
good
have
like
really good.
But then some of them is just fucking one person.
One person, yeah. But some, I've been reading a Song of Ice and Fire.
Well, you've been listening to, You're not reading it.
Yeah.
I won't discount that it's an addition to your knowledge.
Yeah.
By listening to it.
Correct.
But I don't think it counts that you
read
the book.
It counts as reading, bro. Yes, it does.
I've listened to Arnold Schwarzenegger's autobiography.
So you read it
every night,
so
right? Until I fell asleep a little bit. So if I got sleepy, like I'll put a timer, 15 minutes. I cannot tell you anything about that man's life.
I'll like in the middle of me cleaning my room. When I'm setting up in the morning, I'll throw the audiobook on, and each character has their own specific voice, and the narrator has their own voice, and it's really like immersive. So I fuck with it heavy.
There's one Star Wars book on Audible that I got like a few years ago, but it's only one person reading it. But he was really good.
That's what I'm saying. He was really audiobooks, I count as reading, bro.
He was really good.
So yes,
I actually like that
I'm reading George R.R. Martin's Song of Ice and Fire books. I'm currently, I think, on the Ravens book, Sorrow of Ravens, I think it's called, some shit.
I don't read, bro. I don't know.
I'm on that book currently. Winds of Winter. Hurry up and write that shit, bro. Like, we've been waiting 10 some years.
15 years.
Yeah,
man.
Like, dog, hurry it up.
Hurry up,
I need an ending, dog.
Facts.
And I've been playing Rivals. We've both been playing Rivals. We cranked out Ranked.
Fabian.
Season 0.
Fabian, you know what this man did to me, guys? He was like, nobody ever plays games with me anymore. And you know what?
Nobody does, bro.
I felt that. I was like, damn.
It was true. I literally started playing games by myself.
I'm like, bro doesn't play Dead by Daylight.
Year.
I was like, you know what? Instead of grinding Dead by Daylight 5 days a week, let me just do it 2 days a week. And then I started playing Marvel Rivals with him.
It's more fun than Dead by Daylight.
It is. Because it's more communication.
It's a lot of fun.
You figure out who you like, and then you get really good with them.
Characters.
But the matchmaking is shit in terms of like it's never balanced. It's always somebody getting mollywopped.
Yeah, it's either you're doing the stomping
or you're getting stomped on.
Yeah,
which some people like getting.
I think it's less like that in real life though. In comp, it's more of a back and forth.
Yeah, it's
quick play that it's. I think the matchmaking in quick play is so fucked.
Yeah,
like it puts people that are way above your skill level in a whole team.
I will say in comp, it's only unbalanced when it's one person's first time playing comp. Mm-hmm. When you like just jump in, let's say you just got to level 10 in the middle of the season.
The whole time.
As soon as one person is new to ranked, then I feel like it's a disadvantage.
But you shouldn't. At our rank, that shouldn't be happening anymore.
No, but I'm saying like we've already been playing. I'm saying if somebody who just gets to level 10 right now,
but they have to start at bronze.
Exactly. But I'm saying, like even like at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Like there's probably people who were like, oh, the season's about to end. Let me just get to level 10 so I can play ranked. Some people are like, oh, it's too late to play ranked. I don't wanna do my levels or whatever. I'm not gonna get that Moon Knight skin or whatever.
I got it.
So I think you did. You're welcome. I was there. I was there to help, and then you weren't there. He wasn't there to help me back. I don't play Moon Knight, but I would have liked that skin. I won't lie to you. He was like, bro, I need to get this skin. Come help me in comp.
We could do it this season.
Nah. It's not the same. It's not the same.
You don't want the Invisible
Woman?
No,
I do, because we're going to get it.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm just saying, I was there
for you. We got it. We're one rank away.
Bro, you were like a father. You just disappeared on the kid.
Nah, but what happened was, listen, we tried playing comp, right?
You got mad after you got the
No,
gold.
listen,
you were like,
listen,
I'm not
listen.
playing no more. Mission
Me and
achieved.
we started whipping, bro. We was cooking.
We were
We
cooking.
went all the way from bronze to silver in like a day, easy.
Yeah, we did.
And
then
ooh, we got into silver, dog, and then we could not, for the life of us, win the game.
it's funny.
And it's because like you just the game was new. You just started playing. You didn't really know it.
That's
I was like, I'm not gonna sit
exactly
here and get
what it
angry because
is.
he don't really know what he's doing yet.
Bro, you were like, do this. I'm like, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I don't know what to fucking tell you.
So I had to, bro. I had to lock in and get to
Nah,
go by myself because it wasn't
what,
working.
You know what? I got you all the way to silver.
Silver
like,
3. Yeah. And then I ranked out silver by myself.
And then you were like, you got to be a healer. I'm like, nah, I'm trying to be the Punisher. You're like, you got to be a healer. And so you know what I did?
No, I made
you know what
be
I
a
did?
healer whenever we didn't have one.
I started playing Mantis. And
Yeah.
then he started complaining about heals. Like,
No,
Mantis
no,
don't got
hold on.
4 leaves.
Hold on.
And if I use one, I can't use all of them. It'll regenerate unless I start shooting some people. Like, yo, why are you doing damage? I'm like, bro, that's how I get my
The
abilities
only time
back.
I would complain about the leaf shit is when you would throw out damage boosts, which would cost the leaf.
They was helping you. That was not
not,
helping
but
you.
not even for
They was
me.
helping
You throw it to a tank was like 1v1 in
No,
somebody, and
well, they
I'd be
need it.
like, "Yo, heals." You're like, "I don't got no more
Honestly,
leaves."
Honestly,
And I'd be like, "Why did you give that motherfucker a leaf, bro?"
Christian was giving me mad leaves the other day, and I was getting mad kills, bro. At Thor. So I think there's not you can't penalize me for playing the game.
But I was magic. I needed you, bro.
I know, and I was.
There was times where I was like, I'd get
there.
like 2, and I'd be like, "Throw me a leaf, dog. I'm trying to get out."
And you know what's funny? Iron Man would just fly right by you and take the heal, and then just be overcharged.
Damn, bro.
So it's not my fault. I heard the communication.
Hey, but I
threw the leaf.
This season, I've been playing healer.
Threw the leaf. Yeah,
I've
no,
been
that's
playing
just
healer
because
this
you like
season.
snow bunnies. That's why.
Whoa.
Yeah. Invisible Woman came out at the beginning of this season. You were like gooning already. You got the
crazy.
premium skin.
That's crazy. I just got that skin. I didn't get it immediately.
Bro, I had that shit day.
No, I waited till I had
one.
enough money from the battle pass to get it, bitch. I did
bro,
not.
Bro, wait. That was the fastest I've ever seen somebody
That's
put
a
in their
lie.
credit card
You
number.
lied, bro. You lied out your ass.
Bro made a program.
But she's fun to play.
She is fun to play, but not enough to buy.
I get to do the fucking meme all the time now.
Speaking of buying
the
skins,
bomb, bomb, bomb.
FN. Fantastic Four. But I made a commitment to Fabian. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do, Fabian? I like this Mantis chick. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy a skin. That way I have to come back and play this game. And I have been. Even though you went to gold without me, you left me behind.
I had to, bro.
But you know what? You had to? That's kind of
I
crazy
had to,
work. When you were in gold, you could have came back.
I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess you're right. But I could
to
have
the
just
finish line.
I could have. But
then you were like, I'm at work.
But if I dropped,
I'm at work.
I was. But if I dropped out of gold, they
No,
would have given me the skin.
It does give you the skin.
So you just have to get in gold once, not stay in gold.
No, that's
Oh.
how every ranked game ever works.
Okay. Well, I was in gold too by the end of the season.
But you know what's funny? When we used to play Siege, not we as in, but
I
not
never
Fabian,
played that game.
we would get to gold and then we'd end in like bronze again.
Yeah, that's sad.
And then they were like, the end of the season would be like, "Oh, you reached gold," and I'm like, "Hey, yeah, we did reach gold. That's an accomplishment." But it never took it away from us. It never. It's like, hey, you don't get the charm that you get.
Well, I didn't know. Huh? They took away all my fucking chrono points.
They did. That was.
I had so many. I had like 3,000.
Bro.
I was like, yo, when this battle pass come out, I'm gonna finish it in a day, and all of it was gone. I had zero. I don't know.
Why did they do that?
I thought for sure that the reason they kept giving me some after I completed the battle pass was because I would be able to use it.
Word. It
wasn't the case.
No, it wasn't the case. So you just did mad challenges for
no reason. Yeah.
And remember when we were stressing the challenges?
Yeah, we were.
We were like, man, this is fucking hard. This is about to expire in 7 hours. Fuck, I can't do 20,000 damage as fucking Mantis.
Yeah. But
now we learned, FYI, for everybody.
Once you complete the battle pass, you don't have to keep playing. I mean, unless you want to.
But you can get the challenges done versus AI.
Yes, that
Fun
I learned
fact.
this season. Yeah.
Yeah, I taught you that. I told you.
Not only did you tell me, now the skills tell you. It says also with practice versus. They didn't do that
they didn't
season
do that.
0.
Nope. But
So now I
also,
know.
I learned that from TikTok.
When it's like play a character you never play, that's what I do. I immediately go to practice AI. I was like, I'm not jumping in a quick match just to get stomped on for one fucking
And then
mission.
you only do 100 damage.
Yup, and I'm like, now I got to do it another 17 times and keep getting stomped on. No, thank you.
So
bro.
either you do it 17 times and get stomped on, or you
just go
do
with
it
practice AI.
or you do it like 8 times and stomp on the AI.
Yeah, that's
because
fine.
everybody just. It's funny because practice versus AI, I feel like it's meant for new players, and sometimes when you load in, you can tell who the new players are.
And who's the ones completing missions?
Yeah, because 9 times out of 10, it's always motherfuckers
level.
doing completing missions.
Yeah, it's a level. Whenever I go into those and I see like level 5, level 2, I'm like, all right, these guys are learning.
Yeah,
and it's like
yeah.
45, 50. I'm like,
Yeah.
these motherfuckers are completing missions
They
with
doing
me.
missions. Oh man, but that actually, I'll to shout out Marvel Rivals real
Yeah.
quick. I feel like it's like a resurgence in like excitement when it
For
comes to
gaming, for me,
games.
at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Because
I
it has
think
been at such a low and like the same
boring ass game
thing, like,
cycles
anywhere,
recently, yeah.
all games too. Like fucking, like Fortnite was getting
No,
like,
Fortnite
shat
has a
on.
bunch of
no,
fun
no, but
stuff.
now it's back.
Yeah.
Right now, there's Lego Fortnite in there.
Like there's the
That's
Godzilla.
like Minecraft.
Godzilla's in it now.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
So like everything has been like kind of like resurging a
Yeah,
little bit.
for
I don't
sure.
know what happened. I don't know who was in charge of.
Did you watch the Game Awards?
No, I haven't. No,
You didn't?
no. what happened?
Astrobot won. That's what happened.
Astrobot. What the fuck?
Platformer.
The PlayStation one?
Yeah. It won Game of the Year.
That's
Over
fucking
Black Myth, Wukong, and all the other ones.
That's
so
crazy.
maybe just people aren't vibing with hard ass games no more. Like I think like that was the thing for a while. Like Elden Ring,
Yeah.
Sekiro,
No,
Dark
but
Souls.
but even like
Bloodborne.
older games, I feel like they just stopped trying.
Did you try the new COD? Right?
Yeah. There's Squid Games in there.
Is it fun?
That was fun as fuck.
Okay.
There's like a Squid Games, like you know how in season 1 they were doing the red light green light. There's a
Yeah.
red light green light mode, and if you move,
like when you're.
you get shot and exploded.
Okay.
But there's a twist.
Did
It's
you
like,
watch?
no, I haven't watched Squid Games, but I've got spoiled on TikTok. I've been watching it on TikTok.
Okay.
R.I.P. TikTok once again. Shout out to the kid. In the COD mode, you can grab one of those blue envelopes. You know how the envelope game where you're
Slap
slamming it?
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can grab an envelope and it gives you a knife. And so now you have two choices to make. You can either just run to the finish line and win, or turn around and kill somebody trying to run past you. 'Cause only a certain amount of people can get to the finish line. And the timer, there's like a 6-minute timer, I think, to get there. So if you grab an envelope, you can just turn around and start killing people away, and then everybody guarantees their spot in the next round. One day I was watching BJ play it because me and Christian had died because even if you move your camera stick, it counts as you moving and you get killed. So you can't even move your right thumbstick.
So once it says red light,
Yep,
if you look around, they'll kill you.
You'll kill you. Because your COD character moves his body when you move around, so it counts as you breaking the light.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So I was spectating BJ. He's like, "Yo, trust me, I'm gonna win this one, guys." He grabs a knife. He's running, and I hear my headphones are really good, so I could hear the footsteps. I'm like, "BJ, there's somebody right behind you. You just picked up the knife. As soon as it says green light, turn around and kill him." And then he does like a 360 and then just swings and the person runs into his blade and then we're all laughing in the voice chat. We're just crying, laughing, and then BJ just stays in the spot for the whole entire queue where he could run. He just
to kill people?
No, we were just laughing because that's how long we were laughing. But man, the
COD is good. See, so there's some good games
but
coming.
that's the only good thing that they had, and they've been out for a few months already.
Space Marines was fun when it was out.
And it died.
They took too long to update
It died.
too long
I'm
to
not gonna
update it,
lie.
bro.
I looked at that shit.
I played recently.
Did you?
Yeah, and I was like, they added one mission and one new gun, and I was like, that's it. It's been so long, and that's all y'all put in the game.
As soon as Henry Cavill gave that stamp of approval, they're like, we don't gotta try. It's over.
I mean, I'm still waiting for the show because I watched that. Speaking of what we've watched, I've watched so much since the last time. I watched Solo Leveling. Sorry, Secret Level from Amazon.
You were telling me.
There's a Space Marine episode that's really good.
And you think it's gonna spin off to its own show? Like not spin off, but like there's.
For sure, if it succeeds, yeah, I think they'll still do stuff like that.
I need to watch that. I haven't watched that.
Because it's just a bunch of it's like Love, Death, and Robots. If you ever seen that show,
Yes.
But just for video game properties, and it's super interesting and super good. I've watched what else have I been watching? I watched Skeleton Crew, Star Wars.
Star
I know a lot of
Wars,
people are so anal about Star Wars. It's good.
It was fun.
You watched it?
I saw
Yeah,
some
it's
clips on
good.
TikTok.
I
Again,
thought it was pretty.
watching
Like
stuff
if I had a kid, this is the type of show I'd put him on to start liking Star
That's where
Wars.
you
Like
start.
Jude Law plays a very good like.
Who's that?
Uh,
A man or a woman?
the guy who plays Captain Marvel.
Oh.
He's like British. He's like kind of a bald.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking. He played Dumbledore.
Oh, okay. The guy,
the
the main
Fantastic
guy,
Beasts.
the main guy, right?
Fantastic Beasts. He played
Okay.
Dumbledore.
So what about him? What does he do?
He's a Jedi.
Speaking of Star
but
Wars,
not a Jedi.
I have a Death Star Funko.
That is
Pop
pretty cool.
socket. It's like 3D. It's heavy.
He is a Jedi from so his master
He was a
survived
Jedi.
Order 66, and then they found an apprentice who was good in the Force, and then started training him. But then she got found by like Darth Vader and gets murdered. So then now he's just a roaming
Do we
pirate.
see it?
No, we don't. He tells it.
That would have been a good Order 66.
And so then now he's just a pirate who's Force sensitive and has a lightsaber, and it's pretty cool.
Oh, he's got a lightsaber?
It's pretty cool.
Oh, shit.
And it's like the Goonies, if you like the Goonies. The kids are actually pretty good actors. I would have thought they were shit. No, they're actually really good.
Kid actors nowadays
They're pretty good.
really good.
Yeah, they're not as bad as they like. I watch old movies with kid actors. I'm like, oh damn, that's rough.
It's like
It's very rough.
it's like a sad scene. It's like, Daddy's gotta go now, okay? Tell me, repeat after me. Like, you're gonna take care of your mom, all right? Say it. I'm gonna take care of mom. Like, like it's not even like a heartfelt moment.
It's really it is like that.
It's like they coughing open mouth in front of you. That's the type of acting that kids
I
actors.
watched that.
You know what I've watched?
What?
Because you went twice just now. Let me go.
Go for it.
Jump in. So I started watching Reacher because
Reacher, yeah.
I started watching it in Maryland like 2 years ago, but then I stopped watching it.
Yeah.
Because I just watched the first episode, and then for some reason I just never went back to finish it. So now I started watching it, and I finished both seasons in 2 days. There was one day, one of my off days was on a Friday, and I started cleaning. So I put on Reacher, started shredding some paper that I had because I had mad mail, other shit that I didn't need.
You just had it on the background?
So I was just shredding stuff and like with my hand because my shredder's at my mom's business. So I was just ripping paper for like 8 episodes of Reacher. But I was paying attention. I was like, God damn, I was putting it all in the trash. And then my fucking forearms were hurting the next day. And then I had another off day that Sunday, and I was like about to meal prep and stuff, but then I was finishing the rest of the papers I had. So I watched season 2 on that day.
What do you give the show?
Bro, honestly, this is my conclusion of that show. Reacher, the guy, the actor, I forgot what his name is.
I don't know what his real name is, but
yeah,
low key, I want him in the DCU as something. I don't give a fuck who he plays. He's so good to be a superhero.
So Reacher, the book is he's supposed to be 6'5" and intelligent, right?
Okay.
Even though this guy, this actor,
So you read the book, or do you just like
I've
know
watched
a little bit?
I watched
details
somebody
here and there?
explain it to me on TikTok.
Okay.
So that's how I know a little bit of the lore.
I see.
Right? There's like 15 books or something.
God damn.
Yeah, so there's a lot of potential for more episodes, more seasons. And in the show, they portray him like that. He's not 6'5", but he feels 6'5".
For sure. Yeah, he does.
And he'd be talking, he'd be trying to figure shit out, and then he'd be wrong. Like he's trying to investigate something, right? You don't get it on the first try. It would be too crazy if he immediately solved the crime. He knows what the answer is. But in order to bring justice or whatever, he needs to find how you got
like all
there.
the evidence and
like
stuff.
he needs to know that these people killed his brother, but why? Why did they do that? What was his brother figuring out? So like he can't just like kill these people because his brother was actually trying to solve a crime. So he's figuring it out. He's like, man, this manure over here, like why does this guy have so much like so much fucking cow feed if he doesn't have that many cows? And the one cop who was there, she lived there in that town her whole life. She was like, bro, that doesn't matter. He's got cows. They're just gonna eat it. But he kept the whole season, every episode, he'll bring it up. Like one time, he's like, "What is the purpose of all this fucking feed? Like, I'm not understanding. Like, there's got to be a reason for this." And at the end of the season,
tell you why?
Yeah,
was he feeding bodies to the cows or something?
No. So the
spoil
manure.
it.
Well, you didn't watch Reacher?
I have, but I'm saying it for the people.
Oh well, it's been out. It's like
whatever.
season 3. It's been out. So, but the whole reason for it is because the manure was producing a chemical that would like strip off $1 bills ink, but keep the paper for you. So they were reprinting $100 bills on
like
$1
$1
bills. Yeah, so they were like fucking, what's that called? Money laundering?
No,
or
printing money.
Yeah, printing money, but they were like
it's illegal.
Illegally. Yeah. So he was like, I knew it. He's like, I knew this.
Only the mint can legally print money in the world.
Yeah, and then in that show, they were like that his brother was in charge of that, where he was like, only one approved place is allowed to have the paper, and one approved place is allowed to have the ink.
The press or whatever.
Yeah, and then they were allowed to just make it, but it was always like a to B kind of transaction, and then they killed his boy. They killed his brother for it.
Yikes!
And season 2.
What would you get the show?
The show was like a 9 out of 10. Honestly,
okay.
It's not bad.
When
Amazon for some reason hates that show. It never pushes it.
They don't promote it.
Promote it.
Which I don't get because
I don't understand.
It's a very popular show with dads. I hear dads love this. Oh, because
dads want to be Reacher. Dads want to be Reacher, and moms want to be with Reacher. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Amazon's hating. CEO's like, that's not me. Fuck that guy. I could be Reacher if I wanted to.
That man is built like a brick shit house, bro.
And Thad Castle, shout out to Thad Castle. You know, he grew up to be a fucking special investigator in the army.
Who?
The guy, the actor who is Reacher. He was in Blue Mountain State as like a stupid football player.
Oh, he played a different character. That's what you're saying. Okay, I was like, what are we talking about?
Understood. People that watch, and I think his name was his last name? Richardson? I don't know, something. Alan Richardson?
Alan Richardson. That's his name. Yeah.
I feel like I just made that up.
Because he played Aquaman when he was a kid or a teenager in an old-ass, like, Smallville episode.
Yeah, he played Aquaman. He did play Aquaman.
And that's the only thing I've ever seen him in. And then, like, I saw him in Preacher. I was like, that man is gigantic now.
No, it's Reacher, not Preacher, bro.
Whatever.
You said it like 16 times.
Preacher, you know.
He be preaching with his.
He do with his hands, bro.
He be fucking people up, but it's always like the action in that show is fun.
It's
too.
like low-key John Wick style.
Yeah, and then at the end of it, it's always like a quip, like a quirky quip, but it's never cringy. Like,
he has dad jokes. Corny. He's dad jokes, yeah. That's why dads love him.
Sometimes he just be looking at a criminal and then they be stopping, which I think is super funny for no reason. It's like at the beginning, in episode 1, he pulls up to a diner, and this guy's about to fucking smack the shit out of his wife, and he's just staring at him from that far, and the guy's just talking to him. He's like, yo, what? You want some of this? And then he just stares at him, just keeps staring at him, and he's like, all right, man, I'm having a bad day, all right?
I remember that scene.
And I'm like, damn, that's kind of crazy.
Aura.
Yeah, you really just...
crazy, bro.
You really just de-escalated him without saying anything, without moving. You just stood there and stared at him. But also, I think that's a testament to the character's size too. Like, he
is big. Bro.
He's supposed to be 6'5", but I think in the show they treat him as 6'5". Yeah, they don't say, "Oh, you're 6'2". You know, they just like they always call him like a fucking like 6'5" gorilla.
If you had to cast him in James Gunn's new DCU, what would you put him?
Where would I put him?
I want him to be Oliver Queen.
He wants to be Batman.
Nah, he's too blonde. I mean, if he does his hair, maybe
he could.
Yeah,
he could be.
You know what? Next to the dude who plays Superman now? Yeah. I see it.
Oliver Queen would be good, honestly. He would have more.
He'd be big as shit for an Oliver Queen.
I don't think he has the charisma to be Oliver Queen.
No, definitely. Have you seen him in comedies? He's so good in comedies. Alan Richardson?
But I feel like they're like it's.
I think he could do it. But I think he doesn't fit the build of Oliver Queen. Oliver Queen is supposed to be like skinnier.
From Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? The human.
Raphael? He played Raphael.
No, I know. And I forgot. He hated that.
Really?
He said they said, yeah.
They treated him like shit, right?
They did, yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. But he was a really good Raph.
He was like, yo, we're going to put you on press tours. We're going to put you on like all this, like for premieres. And they didn't even invite the cast at premieres. It was just.
Because they were like CGI, right?
Yeah,
and they're like, who cares?
Like, nobody gives a fuck about you. What are you doing?
That's so shitty.
And he was like, first of all, you're not paying me money. Like, you're not paying me that much money. They basically paid a minimum wage.
Yeah.
Like in actors' terms. And he didn't get to do no press, and they promised him press, and then he had the fucking vice president of Paramount number on his phone. He was bitching at him. He's like, "Yo, what's good?" Like, and they had to, the crew filming the movie was on hourly wages, so they didn't want to pay them overtime from tearing down the movie and like leaving, because the moment you leave the lot, you clock out. And they were like, all right, the shoot went a little bit over. Like, we have this amount of time to tear down. And then the actors were like, all right, we're going to go home. And they're like, no, the shuttles are going to wait for the hourly crew so we can get them out of here faster so we don't pay them overtime. So you're going to have to wait. And there may have been like 3 or 4 like vans to transport people. Like, nah, you can't get on none of them. You got to wait here because you're getting paid like a salary basically. So your time doesn't matter. And then he would get back to his hotel that he had to pay for. He had to pay for his own hotel. He's like, 'cause I'm not like, you're gonna put me in this like fucking shoebox of a fucking hotel because you want to cut costs. He's like, I'm gonna just pay for my own like hotel, and all the actors pretty much did the same thing.
Yeah.
But he had a bad time as Raphael. He's like, man, I love the character. I thought it would be cool for my kids one day. I showed them the movie that I was in, but I wasn't. It wasn't me, but it was just my voice. He's like, but you know that left a bad taste in my mouth. You know, I didn't like that experience with them. So, you know, an IP like that. But you know the guy who
Michael Bay, bro.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is Michael Bay?
Yeah.
He directed that?
He did.
I don't think he's in charge of like fucking the shuttles and
I
think equal parts Michael Bay
might
be like a victim in that too. Maybe he just doesn't want to talk about it. But You know Stephen Amell, who plays Green Arrow?
Yeah, in the CW
And
stuff.
he was in a Ninja Turtles movie, but he was a human, right?
He was in that one.
Yeah.
In the second one, but yeah, he was in that franchise. He was Casey Jones.
Exactly. So I think he could be a good Casey Jones too, Alan Richardson.
Yeah.
But like I
He'd
think
be a much better actor than fucking Stephen Amell. Stephen Amell's like 5'2", bro, or some shit. No,
Bro, he's like
bugging out.
5'8".
He's
no,
tall.
he's got to be like 6.
He's like average. I'm bugging
He's
out.
like 6
But
feet.
he's not no Alan Richardson is what I'm saying.
Yeah. But I'm saying I think he would fit that Casey Jones mold better than the Oliver Queen mold.
For sure, yeah. I agree.
Maybe he could be a speedster. Maybe he could be a Flash.
He's too thick. He's too much of a thick boy to be a Flash, bro.
I know, but I think he
Make him actually the Aquaman of this DC.
No, but there's nothing wrong with Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa's Lobo now.
Is he?
Yeah, he got casted as Lobo like last week at DC.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Why did I
And
not
James
hear
Gunn's
nothing about
thing.
it?
I don't know. He's
See?
playing Lobo, which is a really good. I feel like that's the perfect fit for him.
Yeah,
if I'm honest.
especially his character in fucking Fast and Furious.
Yes. Yeah, literally,
that's perfect.
it's
That's
Lobo.
like a
Yeah.
perfect transition
I
to
agree.
Lobo. So yeah, maybe he could be the actual Aquaman.
Right, like the
Yeah.
blonde version of the like comic accurate
Yeah,
Aquaman.
I
I
don't-
feel like that would work, and it would redeem him of being Aquaman as a kid.
But it wasn't even bad as a
Smallville.
kid. It was just
It's
Smallville.
Smallville, bro.
Exactly. It
They
wasn't-
all were kind of shit in that role.
But it's looked on back. You look back on it nicely.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh man, Smallville. It's like
I feel
You
like
weren't that bad,
I
buddy.
feel like James Gunn's gonna cook with the DCU,
Is
bro.
he?
I think so.
I think
So
This is
bro.
what I think-
The Superman trailer was really fucking good.
this is what I think is gonna happen, Fabian.
I've watched the Creature Commander show recently. Wow, dude, this man don't miss.
I don't know what that is.
It's the first project in his like DC. It's like animated. It's like also Peacemaker. If you ever seen Peacemaker,
No,
those are all
I
really
didn't
good. That's all
finish
James Gunn. Like he just doesn't miss. I feel like he gets comic books more than most people nowadays.
This
I
is
guess.
what I think is gonna happen, right? He's gonna have success
For a
with
while?
Superman, no,
Oh,
he's gonna have success with Superman.
Okay.
and then they're gonna be like,
they
see,
still got to do
they're
Batman.
gonna be like, see, we told you we knew what we were doing, and then they're gonna take control over it again, like the studios, and then fuck up all the movies again.
Hopefully not.
That's what's gonna happen.
Hopefully they let him keep all the power.
You know
He's
why,
basically the
Fabian?
Kevin Feige right now of the DC universe. So
Yeah, but
currently,
Kevin Feige's not Kevin Feige anymore. He's
you're right. There's so much people around
you
him.
know
and above
he's
him now.
he's not the golden boy anymore. I think there's a chance for that to be taken. I thought for a long time Dave Filoni was gonna take that with Star Wars, but you know
like he did take it
you know
for
he
Star
was like
Wars.
and then you know it's just
I think
It's
the
slowly
problem
dying
with
down.
Star Wars is that, at least with Marvel fans, as critical as we are, we still appreciate when Marvel projects releases and we don't immediately bash and blame Kevin Feige when something is wrong or bad. But with Star Wars fans, right, like if a project is good, we praise Dave Filoni and like, wow, this man knows what the fuck he's
Yo.
doing when it comes to Star Wars.
cooked.
But the
He
moment
cooked with
that
that.
he gives a project to another director and like it isn't as good as whatever the other thing was, they're like, he's ruining Star Wars. Him and Kathleen Kennedy and what's his name?
I don't even
Iron Man. What's his name? Fuck. John Favreau.
Oh yeah,
They're like, yo, they're ruining Star. And I'm like, are we kidding me? Like, once these people have walked into Star Wars, I think like we have gotten some of the best written stuff when it comes to.
But it's
Star
not because
Wars.
of Kathleen Kennedy.
No, not for
She's
sure.
been
But
known.
I'm just,
she's been known to shut some
but
shit
what I'm
down
saying
that
is that
doesn't make sense.
These people obviously love whatever they're working
You
on.
can't
and,
group her
and
into
putting.
that. I don't think she's contributed positively.
For sure, she has. She's the one who's given all these people jobs. She's
Yeah,
the one giving
but-
these people the jobs.
But
If she didn't
if she
hire
were
Dave-
fired today,
correct. I feel like they should just replace her with Dave.
exactly, and then that
It would be better,
would
but
be more sense.
but you still have to
But-
appreciate the fact that she put Dave in a position to get those jobs and John Filoni.
I
and-
think he was
and-
there before she was there. To be real, I think
Filoni?
she's a new president of some kind there at Disney.
No, because during the like when Mandalorian first came out, during that like round table bullshit, he spoke about how like he worked for her as like an intern when they first started, and now
But she
like
hasn't been
now
president
and
for
now
that
look
long.
and now look at her,
She hasn't been president of
Lucasfilm for a bit.
for that long
No,
because they
it's
just
like 10
they just
10
bought
years
them.
now.
Yeah, but she has to have been something higher in Disney generally. And like, hey, we're buying Star Wars.
I know she used to work with Lucas.
Do you wanna do
George
that?
Lucas when she was younger?
Yo, where has he been?
yeah, who knows?
Where has he been? He needs
he
to
disappeared?
pull
What
a
the fuck-
Palpatine.
what is he gonna do?
And come back and be
He would
like,
have to rebuy all of that stuff.
I don't say rebuy. I think they
and
just
Disney wouldn't.
they need to let
sell
go
it
of
for
their
cheap.
ego.
Disney would not.
Just like that lady in the gym who didn't want to slam the lat pullover machine.
Yeah.
Let go of your ego and ask for help. Because
you think George could fix it?
I don't think he could fix it, but I think he could clear up some of the misconceptions that people are having. Like, for example, like we lost all this Legends. Well, now that we call Legends lore, right? Because it didn't fit the candidate that Disney wanted to put in. But
they started adding things slowly.
like, for example, like Order 66 was supposed to just be the clones having full will and control of
their own
taking
actions.
Responsibility of executing that instruction, right? And now we've made it into some just because we like the clones now, we don't want you to feel bad for liking the clones. Let's just make them feel like they're victims in this too. Not only the Jedi for being what do you call that word when you kill everybody? What's that called?
Genocide?
Yeah, genocide. Like they're victims because they were part of
wiped out. Yeah,
they were victims of a genocide. But now we want you to feel bad for these clones because they couldn't help it. They couldn't stop it. But before they were like, "Oh, word, okay, you're dead," and then they were like,
because I think when George originally wrote it was supposed to be they were just following the highest order, which at the time was Palpatine.
Chancellor Palpatine.
Yeah,
and
you can't say no to the president of everything, basically.
Of the whole world.
Yeah, but and like you said, but as time went on, I think even George was like, I want to write stories about the clones and make them more interesting. And like you said, how can you make them likable when you already know they're gonna murder every Jedi?
How do you redeem? How do you redeem somebody
who's already committed mass genocide?
That you made them do this.
Yeah, exactly. So that I agree that he had to go back and retroactively make a reason on why they did it. But then I also like that there are some clones that genuinely were like, "No, I'm cool with fucking murdering Jedis. I didn't really like them."
Like the ones that never left Coruscant.
Yeah,
like fucking Commander Fox was like never grew into like his own like spirit.
Did they redeem Cody?
No, he's somewhere.
He's a dickhead, right?
Yeah, he's somewhere.
And I like that. I like that Cody seemed like such a good dude the whole time he served under Kenobi. And the moment Order 66, he was like, fuck that guy.
Finally.
Fuck that guy. And then I think like in the comics, at least he was a dickhead back then in the comics. Like even like he was like, no, I wanted to betray the Jedi. I didn't like him.
In the novelization, he says like, damn, I wish the Order would have came down before I gave him back his lightsaber.
His lightsaber, yeah.
Which is
wild.
Like, damn, they're gonna make killing him mad hard.
Yeah,
fuck yeah, I would still do it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so
clone.
there are those gives and takes where like I like that. Now I can have a reason to be like, well, yeah, one of my favorite clones did try to murk a Jedi, but it's because it's a chip that you cannot say.
But I liked because the stories of clones who didn't follow that order because of their free will.
Yeah,
I think holds more impact than like.
Does it?
Oh, Rex was fighting back his chip. I'm like, no, probably just Rex just didn't want to kill.
But but I feel like it's even more impactful. Like you got to think about it like an addict who can't physically do anything about what's happening, right? It's like I can't stop myself from hurting you, even though as much as I want to and feel like I want, like it's more damaging to that person later down the line when it's like, oh, I hurt someone who I truly deeply cared about and I couldn't control it.
You think that's comparable?
Yeah, that's psychological.
The clones with the chips in their head
that didn't want to do it.
It's like the same as like an addict fighting like
an addiction.
Doing the actual whatever, like let's say it's crack, right? You think it's?
I think it's worse.
It's like fighting back, like wanting to smoke crack. You know, like,
I think it's worse.
That Green Goblin meme.
I think it's
worse.
He's
like where Goblin's looking at himself like that. Like
I think it's worse because
I think that's how they were. Like you think like if you really to like because we haven't gotten a clear depiction of like a clone really like what their perspective is fighting back against Order 66. Like we just see Rex crying a little bit and he's trying to talk to it, but it's for like 10 seconds, right? For
sure.
But like if you think there's like if we would ever get like a scene of Order 66 and because there have been some stories and legends where the clones are like, this doesn't seem like a correct order. Like this might be like them. This might be like a separatist thing, and they're like trying to like hold back before executing
until Palpatine comes up and then the brain turns off and they're just listening to the orders, right?
So because I would like a scene similar to when Green Goblin's looking at his mask and he's talking to the mask back. I want something. I
agree.
That.
It would be sick to see like
I want a clone trooper helmet right here, and then a commander getting an instruction, and he
has to kill like a baby or a Padawan or something. He's like I don't want to kill a kid. Like
and
what?
he's looking at his helmet, and his helmet is talking to him. It's like execute the order. Like, do it.
Yeah.
You were told. And then, like, the mantra, good soldiers follow orders. Like, you were told that good soldiers follow orders. And he's like, no, this doesn't seem right. He's like, do what you're told. You're a soldier. Follow your... Like, I want to see like a scene like that.
I agree.
For like 2 or 3 minutes, you know, nothing too long, but like, and then he ultimately probably does do it.
He has to.
But I think I want to see something like that because what from all the things that like I'll criticize about Disney right now, I do appreciate the perspectives that we have gotten over the years from all these different episodes.
Yeah.
Like, who would have thought The Mandalorian season 1 would have sprouted into so many other episodes and so many other mini episodes within the episodes. Like, I understand the frustration with the Book of Boba Fett where they're like, this is basically Mandalorian season 2.5.
Yeah.
But I think
they didn't give him.
But I think Book of Boba Fett is there to enhance the Mandalorian story.
I agree.
Because there was an episode in Mando season 1 where
Boba looked really cool.
is really cool. Not only in the second time we see Boba, but the first time with that one guy who had his armor.
And he was like, "That's mine."
Yeah, he was like a cowboy or something like that with Boba's
like a sheriff
armor.
Or like
a so I think that's cool
shit.
too. I think it's cool to give and take on these episodes because they're in the same universe, But
I also think they dropped the ball with Boba.
I think they dropped the ball with Boba
because I feel like
I think they spent too much time on Mandalorian. And not only that, I think they didn't give them enough episodes. Like, if you knew you were gonna give Mandalorian an episode, you should have added another one for episode.
Him, because I feel like we got so much backstory when it came to that, like the Raiders.
Yeah.
And it went nowhere.
They went the arrow route where like you're in the same environment, but there's two lives you lived in it.
Yeah, like just like the past and the present.
Yeah, and it works for shows,
for
but like
even
you said, it didn't go anywhere.
It went nowhere.
Nothing really happened.
I feel like the characters didn't really grow. Boba didn't change from episode 1 to episode 10.
We got a cool Wookiee that
Black Chrysanthemum went nowhere. He looked so cool. Fennec Shand was really cool. It went nowhere.
But
the scooter bike boys didn't do anything.
Fennec Shand, I'll say, she's gotten a lot of
love. Dude, do you understand how much I love Cad Bane? And for them to bitch Cad Bane the way they did in that show, I was so upset. I was like, oh my God.
This is that Disney Star Wars formula where they give you the ending and now they have to retrace their steps and then give you mad shit to make up. Like, hey, he gets bitch, but
he was really cool before
look
that.
Look at Cad Bane season 1.
Yeah. It's like, dude, why didn't you keep him like this?
And then he shits on Hunter in Bad Batch.
Yeah. And I'm like, what is this? Is so inconsistent.
They're like, hey, man, we know we did that, but look at him shit on Hunter. And then now you're like, but Hunter's supposed to be really good. He's supposed to be a genetically modified
clone. He's supposed to be better than all the other ones. And it's like, nah. He literally has aura protection or whatever. Like, aura, like, he can sense you, and he lost that fight.
He lost that fight.
And then Boba's old ass in a back to tank every night got his ass.
But that's cool though. That's literally mirroring Anakin as Vader. He just has to get in that back
every time.
Every fucking time.
I mean, I would imagine being caught in an animal for as long as he did.
But
all that stomach acid and shit.
I was gonna say my confusion comes from that. How long was he in that thing?
As long as he fell in.
Because he was young when he fell in there, and he comes out as a decrepit old
man. Youngish.
I think it's time to find new actors and just recast. Just so it makes a little bit more sense for certain roles.
That's why I'm excited for DC, bro. That's what they're doing. They cut it all off and they're restarting.
That's true.
I feel like after Marvel does whatever they fucking do with Doomsday and all that others with Robert Downey, which I don't think they should have brought him back.
Why?
I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna let it rock. I trust Marvel, but I don't think they should have given Doctor Doom to Robert Downey Jr.
Why? Who would have made a better Doctor Doom?
Anybody else, any other Roman European actor that could have done better. Anybody else. They should not have given the guy who literally is born to play Tony Stark, Victor Von Doom. They shouldn't have.
The guy who plays Damien Dark in Arrowverse probably could have been really good because he has a nice accent and he has a stern face.
He would have been pretty good. And he
in
he
the
wears
suit,
a mask.
You can't even tell.
He doesn't even matter.
You can't even tell like he's an old man.
I don't know, I can see the wheels spinning on what the fuck they're gonna do for that character. Oh, it looks like Tony Stark. He was a hero in our world.
Yeah,
and now look, he's a villain.
And then he's gonna come back and he's gonna pretend he's the old Tony for a little bit.
Yep.
And he's gonna betray Spider-Man.
You can see it. Yeah, exactly.
And then Spider-Man's gonna
have the worst betrayal of his life.
Basically get beat the fuck down.
You can see it being written. It's like I already know what they're doing. And it's like they could have just used the character.
Come back. He's like, no.
They could have just used the character.
No Tom Holland Spider-Man.
For somebody else, but I'm excited. I want to see what Marvel's doing. I also saw the trailer for Daredevil recently. That looks really good.
Does it? What's his name? The actor.
What If was shit.
Was it?
Yeah.
The animated show. Yeah. Did that just die off?
I think so. Like I don't want to shit on Marvel animation as bad as it is usually.
Why don't they
X-Men was great.
Why don't they
X-Men was so good.
Okay, but that was like
that's Marvel.
I know, but that was just like a 4K refresh of the original animation. No.
No, they had to remake it. They just
but
they just brought the original people. Yeah,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They just have better materials to work with.
Yeah.
It's like asking Picasso to paint something now.
He's dead, but
I know, but I'm saying like if he had all these fucking actual different
tools,
different
like
AI.
Hey,
this is red and green together, but you don't gotta mix it together. It comes pre-mixed already. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how a lot of the stuff back then, you just get, because you have to, do all this shit by hand or like mix all your colors manually. Like, it becomes a unique version of it instead of being this like super mass-produced like mixture.
There's this movie.
Damn, you got whole notes? What do you?
I got mad shit.
Damn.
So there's this movie we gotta watch called A Real Pain. We should
Real
watch
Pain?
It today. Yeah.
Where? What's it on?
I don't know. We'll figure it
out. Oh, we about to do some hacking? Hacking the mainframe?
It's about like. Just go watch it. A Real Pain. We'll watch it. We'll talk about it later.
We'll watch it. We'll live stream watching it on Instagram.
Again, go watch Creature Commandos. That shit is fantastic. That show is good.
Go watch Reacher.
Reacher's good.
Speaking of movies, I will say this.
Any movies you've watched recently that you really... Sonic 3! Oh my god! We didn't even get to talk about that. That movie was fan-fucking-tastic. That movie was fantastic. It caught up to Mario, finally.
Yeah, 3.
It tied Mario as a video game movie, yeah.
I said this when Sonic 1 came out.
You thought it was like...
This is going to be the best trilogy.
It's been good,
It's going to be better than Star Wars, the new trilogy. And everybody was like, but it's Star Wars. There's no way. I'm like, no.
So do you think Mario can compete now? If Mario releases the second and third movie?
I mean, they will release a second and third movie,
for
right?
sure.
But
they
I don't
need
see
money.
where it's gonna go. I don't think it needs a second and third movie.
But hey,
I think
they got Jack Black and Seth Green and Chris Pratt.
Who plays Luigi?
The guy from Sunny.
I think we need a Luigi spin-off, like a funny
like Luigi a Luigi Mansion movie. Yeah, that would be great. I think that would be funny.
But I don't think any of the other characters could like justify a spin-off.
Oh, the girl who plays Magic is Peach, Princess Peach.
That's funny as fuck. But I don't see like a Peach movie.
No,
you know how Knuckles.
But I feel like I promise you they're gonna give Bowser a show or a TV.
I think
a TV show or a movie just because he's Jack
Black. Bowser gets a movie, right?
Yeah, just because he's Jack Black.
And I think Peach gets a show. Like Knuckles got a show
for sure. Yeah,
I think she gets a show because she could have like these funny like sitcom-esque
bad
moments.
girl moment. Yeah, or sorry,
with the mushrooms.
Yeah,
with the mushroom
toads and
people,
stuff.
The toads.
Oh yeah, Keegan-Michael Key was Toad. Yeah, he was good as him.
So I think they should get a show because I feel like you'll flesh out the more comedic aspects of it with like 8 or 10 episodes with those characters. Okay. Luigi gets a movie. I want a solo Luigi movie.
I wanted a solo Luigi Mansion movie. Yeah,
I want him to just disappear and then he's like, where the fuck am I? And he's got to find his way back, something like that.
Or to go save his brother instead of being the one that's saving. They could also do like Mario Sunshine if they want, like Mario on a vacation. That'd be good. Or make him meet Yoshi or some shit.
Well, didn't we got an Easter egg at the end
for Yoshi? Yeah, he was an egg.
Yoshi, yeah. Movies have a trend where they're really good for some reason in January, and then as the months progress, they start dying down and becoming shit. And it wasn't like that before. Before Smile 1 came out, before Megan came out, January was historically known to have bad movies, like not bad movies in the context of what came out later in the year. Like later in the year, like in December there was like some fire shit because it's always been September through December is always dominated by like a superhero release. Yep, and so either that's Marvel why. So in comparison, January looks really bad. But now that we haven't had that for a while, like after Endgame and Infinity War, we haven't had like a dominant superhero movie in the beginning. Yeah, now it's good horror movies in January, and then good, surprising franchise movies. Like Sonic has been coming out later in the year, and fucking movies like what's that one movie I'm thinking about? I have a whole list of movies in my fucking phone that I want to talk about. But
we'll talk about some.
Let's go through my Alamo. The vampire movie. Did you watch the vampire movie?
Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all right.
I thought it was okay.
It was okay. Yeah. You know.
What do you think of Johnny Depp's daughter?
Is that who the girl was who died at the end?
Rose Deep.
This movie wasn't good enough to not to spoil and not feel.
He was just a horny vampire.
Yeah, he was. He was trying to fuck
the whole fucking
Gladiator 2.
She was down with it.
Gladiator 2 was fire.
I didn't see that one.
Oh, you didn't see that
one?
I
saw Mufasa.
I didn't watch that because you told me you were boycotting. You faker. Y2K.
Like, boring.
Y2K.
I haven't watched Y2K.
I don't know who made Y2K, but the production studio, I'm getting really mad
Moana
at that.
2 I watched.
I didn't watch
That's
Moana.
Pretty good. Wicked is actually good.
I was going to say, I liked Wicked too.
Wicked was really good for a musical.
I liked Wicked too.
I want to watch 28 Years Later that's coming out.
Oh, I want to watch that too.
I didn't watch Gladiator. I heard it was good. I watched Craven. Kind of shit.
I liked Craven.
Liked it.
I liked Craven.
I thought it was.
It was
hey,
all
listen,
action.
You know what I would give you though?
Huh?
Much better than Madam Web and Venom: The Last Dance.
Oh,
but
I
for
like
some,
Venom.
No, not The Last Dance.
I liked it.
The Last Dance was bad.
I think you just gotta have fun with it.
But Craven, I think is better than both of those, and Morbius.
A24.
What's that?
A24, the fucking film production company.
Yeah.
You know how they made like Hereditary and shit like that? Mm-hmm. I'm like, you guys, look at me. Fabian, tell them to look at me.
Look at him.
You gotta stop making every movie that comes across your desk. Stop. It's too many movies, first of all. You're killing the value of the movies you got. Not every single one of them is a banger, and I can tell you that wholeheartedly. But for some reason, you've got your dick in the mouth of the internet, and they think everything you make is amazing. And I'm not trying to be a hater here, but that's not true. Like, for every good movie you make a shitty movie. And I think you just need to take a step back, stop pumping out movies like it's Netflix, and take your time making this. Pay your actors, pay your writers, and do good movies, because I'm tired of watching a trailer and then thinking to myself, what the fuck is the point of this movie? Like the one that talk to me. If that's an A24 movie, I was very disappointed.
I don't think I've seen it.
You didn't the hand where it's like you shake the hand.
The
and
horror film? I didn't get to see it. No.
Yeah, no. I mean, people liked it, right? But I sat there at the end of it and I was like, you got me on this trailer, man. This trailer got me in here, and I feel like you owe me my money back. My $4 that I spent to get in here, you owe me that back. I didn't think it was gonna go the way it went, but I did enjoy myself. But then when you reflect on it after, when you go home, I'm like,
I feel like everything right now. I think it was the writer's strike, bro.
It was the writer's strike. Everything that's coming out
now it's bad because of the writer's strike, right?
The writer's strike.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you can tell in Venom, like where somebody
Venom, the last
where somebody picked,
so bad,
and it was right after the desert. It was right after that desert scene when right before he meets that family. Somebody changed the track of that story.
Dude, the Last Dance is bad. Like. The first one I like a lot. Fun. I love the first Venom.
I think it keeps Venom, it open-ended.
It's okay.
It is okay.
Last Venom, I do not like, bro. It's boring.
I think because...
And then the ending, I was like, why would you separate them?
It's because they didn't want to use the Venom character for some reason. I don't know why. He didn't suit up.
Oh, God.
And then the context of the story is because...
And out of all the three films, they never once gave him the fucking spider.
I don't think he gets that yet. I think whenever we introduce Venom,
I
think we're gonna get Venom in the MCU. It's gonna be the same exact Venom, different Eddie Brock.
Oh, okay.
I want it to be fucking
Tom Hardy.
No, I want it to be Flash Thompson. I want it to be Agent
Venom. Yeah,
and then that way you get like a cool costume and then the cool emblem.
Yeah.
I think regular Eddie Brock with that Venom, because he's not evil nor good, so I think he.
No, he is.
I know, but he doesn't get like it's like a chaotic good, right?
No,
you would say.
Eddie Brock was originally super evil. Like
no, I'm saying the one that we just got. The one that we just got with
in the movie?
Tom Hardy. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't think he gets. He doesn't get an emblem because he doesn't do anything.
If he teams up with Spider-Man, if the Venom likes Spider-Man,
I think what he's gonna do if Eddie Brock's version gets a spider, he's gonna meet a Spider-Man, and he's gonna be like. He's gonna touch his chest. He's like, give me this, and he go
like copy it. Yeah,
yeah. But make it bigger because he's like.
Which I mean, technically, that's what happens in the comics, but it's not him. It's because he bonded with Spider-Man, and then once he was gone, he's like, might as well keep the fucking symbol. It's cool.
Yeah. And make it bigger. So you know I'm better than you. Bigger, blacker, stronger.
I don't know, man. Like everything, like even Squid Game 2, like I was saying earlier, like I was so excited for that fucking show. It's so mid. Like it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. But it is not. It just doesn't need a season 2. It is not anywhere near what the fuck they wrote for season 1.
They don't need that. They don't need a Squid Game season 2.
And it's gonna be season 3 and 4.
How was the actor?
He's good. I think the people around him, not as good as the people around him in season 1. Maybe like 2 or 3 of them are like up to par.
Because there was no desperation to win the game.
Maybe, and maybe I think the way not the way he acts, but the way his character is written, is kind of dumb.
Or just swiped all the tabs.
I didn't mean to do that. Like, he acts fine, but the way his character is written is like, if you had this much money and this much time to like shut down the games, what the fuck have you been doing?
Wait, they actually paid him the money?
Yeah, after he won season 1.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did.
He becomes like a billionaire or some shit, and like he's just throwing money. I'm not gonna spoil it, but he does a lot of dumb shit with his money for like the amount of time.
Does he become poor again?
No, not necessarily. No. He's too rich to become poor, but he does spend a lot of money on a lot of stupid shit that you're like, dude, come on. Someone this rich can't be this fucking dumb.
You know how I feel? You know who I feel about that? Have you been watching Mr. Beast show?
The Squidward? No, only the first episode that we watched at Christian's.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you this. Christian was complaining about each episode, but he has never watched each episode, right? But I was on Amazon Prime watching Reacher. And I was like, you know what? Let me watch. Might as well watch Mr. Beast, right? Because I wanted to talk about it on the podcast.
Okay.
So I was hoping you watched it, but
I only watched the first episode.
But
with Christian.
everybody's complaining about how there's some sort of self-elimination like challenge in every episode. There's at least one
where like you can get yourself out for some money.
Yeah. Okay. Or like
that's a classic for Mr. Beast.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like his YouTube videos, but
like he does that
longer,
shit.
right? But I was telling Christian, I was like, I like that aspect of it simply because the way that they've edited it, because they've had to film every single one of these people, right?
For hours.
But I feel like they immediately always show like the most evilest people, like
the most entertaining people. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I told Christian, it's not like Survivor. It's not like any of the shows where you find somebody and you want them to win, because there's no possible way to give everybody that screen time to build a relationship like that. But they show you people that you want to hate, people you want to see lose. It's the opposite. It's like, I can't wait till you get eliminated
because you're such an asshole.
Yeah, I can't you're over here saying God will tell me who to pick for these 6 tickets. He's gonna let me know. He's gonna tell me, and he's gonna pick all his friends.
I saw that clip where they all trusted him, and they were like, he's like, trust me, I got this. God is on our side.
I got us. He's like, I got. He's praying over these people,
and then at one point, there's one lady's like, why would I give it to you? Would you even pick a female in your group? He's like, only God knows.
Bro. When he said that, I was like...
I did see that clip, but I haven't seen the show. And I also saw a clip where, like, it was 2 couples and then one other lady playing a game in a room. And then one of the couples, like either the guy or the girl got out, and it was them 2 playing. And then the other couple was cheating and telling him...
Oh, they're playing
cards.
Uno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like...
And then, you know what happened with that?
No.
The bitch was like, you know what? You're not playing fair. We're all gonna get eliminated. And she was like, come on, you gotta handcuff yourself. He's like, no, I'm not. She's like, I'm not doing it. Like, I don't care that I lost. Y'all are cheating. Y'all are in a relationship. Y'all talking about buying Ferraris and shit. Like, I want to be responsible if I win this money. I'm not gonna give you the chance to win it. Yeah. And then she did. And then the timer ran out. Yeah. And then they all got eliminated. Yeah.
Queen. Because that's what I do. If I
mean,
caught you cheating, I'm like, all right, we all losing. Then
she doesn't catch them cheating, but she's just like
she got sussed.
She's like, y'all are cheating. You're like, you're not playing fair.
Yeah, they started like the people were like, he was like counting and giving her numbers. I was like, that's foul, bro.
That was foul, and he was really good at it too. With the cheating and stuff,
I would have crashed out. Like, what you mean? And I lost all this money because y'all want to be cheaters, bro. Fuck off,
bro. And then when the guy picks one girl, the preacher guy. He picks one girl, and it was the girl earlier in the challenge who was just, they had to count down from 10 minutes blindfolded, right?
Okay.
And the closer you get to the 10 minutes,
the closer you are to winning the money.
You win a specific thing to get to the next challenge.
Yeah.
And at one point, she just gave up because you have to drop the ball closest to the end of the time. So she just gives up like a minute in at like 9 minutes.
Just drops it.
Just drops
like,
it.
I don't care.
And then she starts saying mad random numbers for 10 minutes
to fuck
straight.
Everybody else
to
up?
fuck everybody up. And you can tell the people who were like had a rhythm. And then she started doing that shit, and they forgot the rhythm, and they just dropped the ball.
It would have fucked me up too. Yeah,
the ball,
it would have fucked me up too.
Like a minute or two.
I'm so
in,
number dyslexic that if you fuck my count up in here, I'm done. I'm like, oh damn.
And then somebody was like when he gave her the ticket to get on the helicopter to the private island, they were like, I get it. He chose his buddies, but then he said he'll choose a couple females, and he chooses the one bitch who's fucking cheating, like
trying to ruin everybody else's game. Yeah.
And so I think Mr. Beast genuinely has the best chance to actually do a Squid Games in real life, where you're gonna die. And I think people are we gonna get?
I feel like he wants to.
In like 5 years, we're gonna get to a point where
he has a face on him that like he could kill one of them. Zero remorse. Like, he'd kill him and then just go on to the next game. Like, all right, and that was the game.
You know Chris McClain from Total Drama Island? You know, later he becomes crazier.
Bro,
He's going to be
Mr.
Chris
Beast
McClain.
gives me Chris McClain all the time, Total Drama Island. He literally gives him
I told
the same
Christian,
personality and everything.
Literally. I told Christian, I was like, listen, this show
He's
is
a few years away from Total Drama Island.
Good, but we're going to get Total Drama Island, Chris McClain out of Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
And he's going to start throwing people off cliffs. And
the moment that he can get legal to be okay with what he was doing,
over.
yeah.
It's over. So, yeah, I think the show, I kind of want to watch the latest episode, but because I heard that, again, this show does a good job of, like, putting villains on your screen and then eliminating them the next few episodes. I don't know if that's on purpose, but there's two brothers who played this one girl in that same clip that you saw with the Uno people, that same challenge. They were like...
Brothers played another person?
And then they betrayed her. One of the brothers was being a dickhead, right? And he was like, listen. Like, don't worry. Me and you will play. We'll play fair. And then, like, we won't... Like, I will be as fair to you as possible that way. Like, I will play for the both of us, and then you play for yourself, and then it's going to be fair. It's going to be even. It's going to be just, like, one-on-one, right?
Yeah.
And then they gaslight her, like, for, like, 10 minutes.
About what?
They're like, no, like, we need this money for this. You know, we're playing different games. They're doing... Because they can bring... Like,
so I'm guessing they lost the game and then started gaslighting her?
Yeah.
Damn.
And then she fell for it, and then she was like, you know what, guys? You know, fair is fair. Like we said earlier, she handcuffs herself to the thing, and then as soon as they don't even close the door on the bitch yet, he's like, "Yo, we got her!" And he's just high five in front of her face. He's like, "Yo," like, "Oh, that stupid bitch!" She's like, da. They don't curse on that show. I think.
That's crazy.
But I was like, "Damn, these people are scumbags."
That's why, I wouldn't. You put me against anybody with money. If I didn't know you before we walked in that bitch, I don't care. I'm not saying unless it's life or death. I'm not forming no fucking alliances. Fuck every one of y'all.
There was one challenge
because you know that the moment that this is what you got to think about, especially with humans. The moment that you say a number that will get rid of whatever problems that they have, they don't give a fuck about you. It don't matter how much sob story you gave them, how much it would fuck everybody else up.
Mr. Beast was like 20K. The guy was like, "I'm out." Fuck.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and it was so many of them in that row that were like, "Nah, we." In it strong, and they were all like sitting there, like I was like, no. The moment you say a number that one of those motherfuckers wants, they are tapping that button.
They are. There was one challenge where Mr. Beast was like, "All right, find 6 people you want to be on a team with," and then so they get together because you want to be on a team with your friends. And he's like, "All right, amongst you, one of you guys, you got to talk amongst each other. Who wants to be the leader?" And then you vote for the leader, and they're like, "All right, the leader, you make it on the helicopter. Everybody else is eliminated."
I would have been tight, bro. What the fuck?
Bro, and then just imagine that you and your homies like, yo, whatever the challenge is, we're going to win. We're going to fucking do this. And it's like, all right, pick one person. And whoever, because it's like only 6 spots and there's like 8 teams, right? And he's like, all right, the first 6 teams to pick one person to sit on this helicopter, that person wins, everybody gets eliminated. So you have to be selfless. You have to be like, oh, Fabian needs this for his mom, so I'm gonna put my vote in Fabian. And then if you don't do your vote
by the time
the 6th person, everybody's out. And there was one guy who was running to the helicopter, and this other guy was a little bit faster, and he made it
before him.
And the guy was fucking. He looked distraught, Fabian. It was crazy.
Yeah,
but
I don't know, man.
I kind of want to finish watching that show, simply because I feel like mark this day down. What's today? The 19th, 18th? TikTok closes tomorrow.
18th, yeah, tomorrow's the 19th.
January 18th, 2025. In 4 years from now, 5 years from now, there's gonna be Squid Games real life, Total Drama Island real life, where Chris McClain is fucking dumping nuclear waste in a sea, and then having the contestant
crack in or some shit, and they have to skydive or some shit over it.
Yeah, so it sucks that Amazon pumped that much money into the show. Because
you know what sucks more? Imagine being the guy who written all this stuff, and everyone uses your property, and you get nothing for it.
What guy?
The guy who made Squid Game.
Oh,
because he sold it to Netflix. He gets no money, and now everyone uses his property.
Damn.
Mr. Beast took it and immediately was like, "This is mine now.
This is my show."
That guy, I feel bad for him.
I mean, he's done.
Imagine sitting down writing like you're like this is genius. I come up with the best idea for a show,
you know what?
And you put your whole dick and pussy into it, and then
That's on you, King.
Someone takes
That's
all
on
of
you.
it. He shouldn't have signed all his rights.
You didn't believe in your dream enough.
He shouldn't have sold all
the
the
rights.
You didn't
believe, and look what you did.
You should have kept some of the rights to yourself, bro.
You got fucked by Netflix. You got fucked by Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast and
you
the rest of the world.
by Total Drama Island, Chris McClain. I think Mr. Beast is going to develop into a manic state where he's going to be like that, honestly.
Especially with all the lawsuits and shit that's happening.
Bro.
Like, every day, it's some new shit.
How is he still...
Rich?
Like, yeah.
Just how much money he accumulated, bro.
No, but I'm saying... But you know what? I'm not surprised that Amazon picked up a Mr. Beast show because Amazon is basically the Mr. Beast of companies.
It's Bezos.
You were cool for a bit. Mm-hmm. Then you didn't let your drivers take bathroom breaks and they had to shit in the bottles, Amazon. So...
And they still act like that. You can't use headphones in their warehouse. You have to buy specific headphones.
That's why I steal from Amazon all the time. Bro.
You should. Fuck that fucking. I hate corporations. Suck,
that's why you get your money back, bro. One time I clowned this lady on the customer service line, and I was like, "I'm like, yo, give me a $50 credit right now." She's like, "I can't approve that." I'm like, "What is your money? This is Amazon's money." I'm like, "Give me that $50 credit." And you know what? After bitching at her for 2 hours, I got it. I got it in $10 installments.
Just gotta be a Karen.
And
I hate being a Karen, but I love being a Karen.
I love being a Karen to corporations that deserve it.
I don't like being a Karen.
And I always tell the people that are on the line with me, I'm like, listen, this is not against you. This is against the company, okay? Just give up and just give me free stuff. Because again, do you want to be here? No, you're getting paid X amount of dollars, so just give me what I want.
I agree.
Give me what I want, and then just don't get the headache, because I'm gonna give you a headache because I'm getting a headache right now. So at the end of the day, it's gonna be lose, and I have $50 more in my pocket. But I still lost at the end of the day, you know. But should we wrap this up?
No, let's talk about congestion prices.
Oh shit, congestion
in New
tools.
York.
I will be real with you. Last week or 2 weeks ago when it came up,
hit you. How much did they charge?
I went on a date into the city.
Oh, yikes!
But it was the day before the toll came.
So you had to. Oh, I was gonna say you had to pay the tolls. The gas.
No. So I just had to pay the date and the gas, right, and the tolls, the little change of tolls that it was, and then Malik comes.
The week
after. He comes that night. He flies into JFK.
And the day after is when they made it
the day after, right? Okay. And then he goes, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Bro, I told you I had this date like a while ago." And then he's calling me. You know, I'm texting you. I'm saying, "Hey, maybe we can drop him off in Philly. Have somebody meet him there, take him home." And he's in New York now because he couldn't get a flight into DC or Baltimore. From the Caribbean, so because he gets the free flights. So he comes into New York. He hangs out with another one of our friends. So then that Sunday, the next day, that's when the congestion prices hit. And so I meet them.
Damn, it's a lot of Sundays.
Yeah. I meet them in the Bronx. We hang out in Little Italy in the Bronx. We get food. We're hanging out. And then I have to take him to where his bus is. Okay. And guess where that was, Fabian? That was in Manhattan, deep in lower Manhattan. Paid that $9.50 in the toll. And for a while, I like the previous day, I had used all my tolls. I didn't put no money on there. So my shit was in negative. My shit was a negative $20 in tolls. Wow. Like after I had dropped him there and then got back home. And then I didn't pay that.
Imagine doing all that.
I didn't pay that money, Fabian. You know why? I was boycotting that for a few days. I was like, I'm gonna let you wait until I get paid again. I mean, I have the money to put money on my Easy Pass, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna have that sit there negative for a little bit. I'm gonna let you sit on that, and because I took Malik to the bus stop and he needed to use the bathroom. Yeah. And there was this ping pong place where you can rent out a private cubicle of ping pong for like $20 for 30 minutes. And so we go in there, and I pay the $20 so he can use the bathroom. But now we have 30 minutes of ping pong time, so we're fucking around playing ping pong in there, and it was fun. The private ping pong thing. But then I had to go back and.
I can't even remember the last time I played ping pong.
Have you ever played ping pong?
Yeah, like college years.
Yeah, that's probably the one. The only time. That's probably the last time I played ping pong too.
Like no one around me really had ping pong unless you were like super rich or like a YMCA or some shit. You know what I'm talking about? Like a boys and girls club shit. You know what I'm talking about? Like those rec centers that had them? Yeah. That's about it.
Trump says he's gonna take congestion tolls away.
They're bringing ping pong tables back to to rec centers.
Yep, that's what he said.
He bringing pickpocket tables back to the rec center.
He said that. He said he's bringing that shit back. But he said he's getting rid of congestion toll prices. So we'll see.
We'll see.
A lot of people.
Fuck these New York drivers, bro. Y'all motherfuckers is all up in Jersey.
I'm not understanding how that's the.
I'm telling y'all. How is that? No one is going through the GW no more, or the Lincoln Tunnel. They out here going through all this other shit. You get like it's bullshit, bro.
How do you get into how do you congest here? Because the only way you get into Manhattan is from George W. or the Lincoln Tunnel. So where else are they going?
That's what I'm saying. They have to choose one or the other, and that's all they get. Go up through here to not go through Manhattan and get whatever the fucking congestion prices.
So where are they coming from?
I don't know. You tell me. All I see is fucking New York license plates now.
I don't know.
Filled.
It's
bro.
not making sense.
Filled to the brim in this bitch.
I don't know how they think they're
Stay the fuck in your town, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Making our lives miserable because y'all motherfuckers can't drive or park.
One time, Fabian, I was in Rockland County. So that's in New York, but across the bridge onto this side of Jersey.
Okay.
And it was faster to go back over the Tappan Zee Bridge down to the GW, cross the GW, than it was to get from there to your house, even though it's on the same side of the thing. But I decided to stay on this side and come down. You know how long it took me, bro?
$30.
30 minutes? No, it took me like an hour and 15 minutes. And I stopped halfway and I bought a meatball sub. Because I got a gift card.
That's too much, bro.
Got a gift card.
I got a free gift card too for a sandwich.
You got a few.
I got to use it.
You had a few. That's a couple sandwiches right
there.
there.
It is. Yeah, you can't use them at the same time, though.
No, but if I go with you and I take one?
Maybe. But not if we stand next together. They might not let us slide. If we like stand like we don't know each other, maybe.
Or I just walk like 10 minutes after you do.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey,
and he's like, how the fuck do everyone got these cars? How does everyone keep getting these?
Like, yeah, I got it from Seek. They just have it on their fucking bar top.
Nah, bro, don't blame me.
But
what else?
What else can we talk about?
I think that's everything that I want to get off my chest.
Man.
We spoke about what we watched, what we did,
what we ate. We ate Moe's today. That was pretty good.
We might get Bunny done if we're not too.
It's like 5 something.
Yeah,
it's plenty of time. Maybe go later, like an hour or two. Let's hit up our boy. Be like, yo, you want to cross the bridge for a little?
No, not with these fucking.
No, he doesn't have to pay the congestion price because you don't enter Manhattan through that way. It's only if you're going into Manhattan. Like the bridge doesn't start where the toll is. You can drive to certain parts of Manhattan and not pay the bridge, not pay that toll. So it's complicated.
Makes no sense. Once you step footed in Manhattan, it was charge.
It's when you have to go into the lower side of Manhattan, you get the charge. But I'm waiting until Luigi gets out. Maybe he'll fix the congestion prices. He's gonna be out, bro. Also, fuck the MTA president.
Yeah,
that guy. Guy was like, "Yo, the transportation is safe. I don't know what to tell you." I'm like, you don't even look like you take the bus or the train or the subway. You don't look like you take any of that.
Our system is so bad, and all they want to do is keep jacking up prices. When instead of like, dude, like I get you need more money to pay the workers, but dude, fix it. Get better trains, get better rails.
They're not
if you want to charge this immense amount of like money for everything, you guys have to make it better. Like
he's gonna be mad.
Why is that America? It feels like such a third world country when it comes to like public transportation that anywhere else that I go to, like Europe, Asia,
LA's on fire right now.
Like their public, that is true.
We're clearly a third world country.
Like it's just insane. Like we got to pick it up. There's no way that we're getting outdone in every shape, way, or form. It's just insane to me.
I don't know the benefits we have as a country.
LA's on fire, and then the other side of the world is freezing.
Hey, maybe they should just bring some of that.
We out here living in punk hazard.
And what?
If you watch anime, you know what that is.
I have no idea what that is. Damn.
Well, if you watch anime,
I don't watch anime. But
it's just wild, bro.
Shout out to those people fighting those fires.
There's drones out here.
Yeah, but that's controlled by the government. Obviously,
that's
not.
Out here, bro.
That's not like somebody. That's not like me flying drones. I don't got 18 of them. That's clearly something. That's clearly they want people to be threatened by that.
I don't know what the fuck.
They sent a message, Fabian. That's a message. That's a message. That's like, yo, we got eyes.
If y'all want to shoot people down, just fucking do it already, bro. I'm so sick of this shit, bro.
Yeah, I don't know where we're gonna head. I don't know what the new year lies ahead of us, but you know what does? More episodes of Idle Talk.
will be coming to you very soon. Hopefully, we do this. We get
Once
back
a
in the
week.
rhythm.
Yeah.
I'd like the break. I didn't mind the break. Give me time to miss doing this. Give me time to reflect.
Give me time to think about stuff to talk about.
That's true, because you're bad at
Yeah.
figuring stuff out.
I don't really do much.
We just gotta say special words, and then you start talking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it,
so-
it unlocks
You're like, oh yeah,
a
this
file in my brain.
Yeah, it's like a
A file cabinet. I
no,
need
it's
one
like
of these.
it's like that
left on the file.
scene where Homer Simpson gets to work early for once, and he's like, warm coffee, fresh donuts. He's like, oh man, my manual. I didn't want to read this because I didn't want the other workers to think I wasn't cool. But let me read it now that there's nobody here. And then he starts reading it, and then the guy who's in charge of his brain is in there, and he's like, what? We're being used. And he just gets up, starts fucking oiling the fucking cogs in his brain, and starts putting in information in there.
Basically.
And then bro basically goes, like, throughout the whole episode, he's just more responsible. He's like more like a person. He's like, Marge, I know Valentine's Day is 3 months from now, but I made us reservations. And she's like, what?
Speaking of, Valentine's Day is coming.
You got something?
I do not. I don't have anything planned.
I don't have anything planned at the moment.
Hey,
based off schedules.
DM me if you want a Valentine's Day.
Hey, stop being mad at me. that's where I'm gonna end.
DM
it.
me if you want a Valentine's Day. I'm trying to take somebody out for dinner.
Stop being mad at me, please.
I give you some good food, good laughs.
We're supposed to have plans. I don't know if that's still on the
Yikes.
table anymore.
I don't know. Want a double date?
Stop being mad at me.
Want a double date? I'll bring mine.
I might bring mine. I don't know. As of January 18, 2025.
Yikes.
At 5:55 p.m. So stop being mad at me, okay?
Yeah, stop being mad at him.
Stop being mad at me.
Stop being mad at him.
Peace.
On the streets,
Son.
son.